Chat, you wanna hear a really crazy story that's like, ew, but at the same time kind of funny because I didn't understand what was going on. One time, chat, there was this guy that I know, and he was a sleaze. But one time, I remember, this was when I was in late middle school, early high school-ish. There was a guy that I know, and he was kind of like a fuckboy. You know what I mean? At that time, we just say fuckboy, not because he actually has sex. Like, we call fuckboys because they're like a playboy.
Thanks, Deidre, for the sub.
The right word is playboy. So there's this guy that's very well known to, like, they would get into a relationship, break up like a week later, and then get another relationship in like 3 days. And at one point, he was like, really, like, he was talking to me a lot. And I like talking to people. So we started talking, right? But then this guy, we weren't like going out or anything. He's just very... He compliments. Like, he's very good at complimenting you. You know what I mean? And the issue is I'm not very good at being complimented. So every time he does, I would just be like, ah. He's like, wow, you are the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. You're not like other girls. Like, other girls are so complicated. But you are not complicated. And I was like, I think I'm quite complicated.
Thanks,
but okay.
Sympathy plan
like,
for the 11 resub.
I never thought about it too much, you know what I mean? But one time, I remember this. This was after an extracurricular class. Extracurricular. How the fuck you pronounce that? It's like after an extra class, and then it was the school was empty, and I was about to go home. But he was there, and I was like waiting because I had to take like an angkot back, which is kind of like a bus, basically, like a mini bus. So I was waiting for the mini bus, but I thought that instead of waiting it outside, I'll wait in school and I'll just leave later. So I was there alone, and there was this like that same guy was there. We're waiting in the cafeteria, right? In an empty cafeteria, and this guy was telling me like, by the way, it's so hard to be a guy. If I don't have sex, I'll die. Like, he started talking shit like that. Like, he started like, if I don't have sex, I'll die from, like, ball cancer or some shit. And the thing is, like, at that time, I didn't really understand that. I guess that was, like, maybe he's trying to, like, trick me to having sex or something. But he kept saying that. It was like, yeah, it's different. And I was like, then, I don't know, why don't you it or something? And he's like, no, it's different. Ha 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 ha, raw baby girl. He's like, it has to be sex. Because it hurts. Like, I have a joint problem, so I can't beat my own meat. And if I don't have sex, I'll die from cancer. And then I remember sitting there,
Young
and I was
Michi
like,
was just
oh.
like condolences, my friend walks away.
No, you know what I said? To be fair, he stopped talking to me a couple of days after, but when he said all that, like, it wasn't like a TLDR. He had like a whole sob story about how he needs someone to jack him off for him to like finish. Right? And then not get ball cancer. And then I literally told him, I was like, oh shit, then I guess you're dying soon, bro. GG. Because I thought I was like, to be fair, at that time, I still had the mentality that like you can't have sex before marriage. So I thought that he never had sex or anything like that before. So I was like, oh my god, if you are actually gonna get like ball cancer if you don't have sex, then either you get married soon or you're gonna die. I did low-key believe it, but I also thought you actually cannot have sex before marriage. As in, like, if you're gonna have sex and you're not married, there's gonna be a big, like, lock button. And it goes, like, locked, you know? So, like, you cannot. Like, you physically cannot do it. So I literally was like, oh, shit. I hope, like, your death comes slowly then.
Good job, Michi. I'm proud of you.
A chat? I don't know. Yeah, it's like you didn't get the marriage DLC
Thanks,
yet.
the socially unsociable side for
I
the
was
12 resub.
I only knew babies came from having sex when I was in middle school. I didn't know that babies came from having sex. I thought babies came in an aquarium tube. My mom told me that babies are made inside an aquarium with tubes. And my mom also said that you cannot have sex before marriage or else you just can't do it. And I was like, okay. Yeah, there are babies that come from like the aquarium stuff, but apparently not all babies. Just some babies. Because I told chat this, one of my cousin is like, they had to, I don't know what the word is called, but it's like a scientific thing. So that's where my cousin came from, and that's how I knew. IVF, yeah. My cousin came from IVF.
Sound of plane flying away. There goes dude's attempt to get in your pants.
Well, to be fair, he probably wouldn't get into my pants anyway. Did you know that back then my school, apparently, there were so many cases of people trying to be like scandalous that in the boys' bathroom, a lot of the stall doors are removed. So like if you decide to take a dump, everyone can see you taking a dump. Because apparently a lot of people try and have sex inside the stalls. I didn't know that. I always thought that it's because, I don't know, like you already pee with people watching you, so why don't you just poop with people watching you, you know? I just thought that's how it goes. I didn't even know like people were having sex and stuff after I graduated.
Thanks,
and then people told me. Welcome to the Scamby ship.
The stall doors at my high school 20 plus years ago, but because of drugs, not sex.
Oh. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know anything was going on. But then once I graduated and I was in college, one of my friends told me, it's like, oh yeah, you know this person, blah, blah, blah. Like, they had sex with this guy. And I was like, sex? But they're not married. And they're like, yeah, they had sex, but they weren't married. I was like, how? How you have sex without marriage? I'm an OG celebrity. Celebrate, Chad. Let's go. I'm a celebrate. Yeah, I feel like if I knew, I would have been like, I wouldn't be the same person. But my mom lied to me.
For the 12 resub.
Huzzah! My mom turned me into the perfect idol smile. But I swear to God, my mom is like, right now I tell you guys, and chat's like, Michi, how did you fall for that? Keep in mind, my mom has been gaslighting me since the day I spawned the fuck in. Like, she's always like, you can't have sex before marriage. You can't have this. You can't have that. And I don't ask why. You know, she said can't. So I genuinely thought like you physically cannot. Or my mom would go, if you do this, you will buff flip explode IRL. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't want to buff flip explode. Yeah. I kind of believe my mother. Classic mom play. Yeah, she freaked me out. And the way she said it is like, for guys, it's different. Because guys, when they have sex, they don't lose anything.
Speaking of weird school stories, my school dress code banned overalls because a guy and girl couple would come in without a shirt under it.
What? We have uniforms in our school, so no crazy behaviors like that would happen. My mom said that when you have sex, the guy doesn't lose anything, but if you're the girl, you could lose everything. And people say it's like, I remember telling someone this and they're like, oh my God, that is classic misogyny. But I think my mom was talking about pregnancy. Because like, if let's say when you're still in school, it'll fuck you up.
It is not supposed to be possible to have sex before marriage. You have to input a cheat code in order to unlock premarital sex. Chat. You move the peen like a joystick, left, right, right,
dude.
Up, down, then punch the guy in the stomach.
You're right. I see high-tech Aztec. Goddamn bro knows all the cheat codes. I see. Very well experienced. Very well experienced. I didn't know this at that time, but when I got older, my mom explained it to me. If you're in school and you're pregnant, it's kind of hard for you to deal with that, right? And like, but the guy can just walk away.
Gut punch. I was told it was an uppercut in the balls.
Ew! So yeah, that's one of the reasons my mom told me, and that freaked me out. Because in my head, see, now she regrets it.
That cheat code has recently become a feature, and now can be bought as a DLC.
I'm not buying shit!
Exploiting the code now can result in a ban, okay?
How many of you guys have been using this cheat code, chat? Disgusting. But now my mom is regretting it. She's telling me that I should, like, find love, grow hair, find love, get married. She wants grandkids and shit. But now I'm too scared. In my eyes, before marriage, sex seems unfair for me. So I can't have sex. Like, there's a lot of factors for sex. This is my honest opinion, okay? First, it's gross.
Radiancy got scammed for $3.
Ew, cooties.
The guy might be able to walk away from the pregnancy, but not the STDs. Just saying.
First of all, Prime Radiancy, what the fuck do you mean? Chat, don't say fucking thinkage, alright? I'm not getting STD. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, actually...
Isn't pregnancy an STD? What?
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
It is an STD, it's called life and has a 100% fatality rate.
That
STD
for it.
stands for disease, but it's not really disease situation as it is a parasite situation, so no Mishimoki actually. I mean this in the kindest way possible, but I don't think any of us are worried about you getting an STD, like Numi, but for wildly different reasons.
What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean wildly different reasons? Oh, you think I can get laid? Maybe? I don't know. You end up getting it from a blood transfusion or something. Oh, that is horrifying. Don't tell me that. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button for more amazing content. And if you don't,